Hey everybody, welcome back to yet another episode of the Utterly Pointless Channel's Siralim Ultimate Playlist, and here we've got the Creature Checkup series. So we've got Creature Sheet gone through already, and with this upcoming section, you may not have to upgrade your or even change around your traits. There may be some that come up from super secret creatures that would really benefit your team. So it's up to you, though. It all depends how much an in-depth sort of a rebuild and renovation you want to put in on your creature's traits. So I'm going to start out with this cockatrice team, and there is one cockatrice that is garbage, but there is a reason for that. I put in the weakest trait to get it off my plate already. You'll see in just a second. So this is the weakest part here. This is blending in. A trait that will change the classes of the last three creatures in the team to death. So I don't have anything that actually benefits from any sort of class. Actually, let me just double check, because Curse of the Swarm. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see. Well, very good. Let me go ahead and adjust that. So this is good as to getting one of these creatures here. Oh, shoot. See, there's some consideration here regarding creature class versus creature type, or creature race, rather. The thing is that if I were to move this cockatrice here as a, or this one, as a creature that would bring out one of these two and keep them from turning into death creatures, that would ruin the Master of Cockatrices setup that I've got. And I know that was just really confusing, especially to me. I don't know about you, but the thing is that there are two changes here that these cockatrices put on the party. And so the first one is the race of every creature. So that is in the last three spots. So that turns all of these guys into cockatrices, because one of these guys has Master of Cockatrices right here. So if the creatures in your party are all cockatrices, then enemies always have confused. So that's a huge thing to have in a Shadowbringer build where they're already just really suffering with a whole bunch of incoming deadly damage, and you want to have your enemies always acting badly toward each other. So that is why I do have to have every creature here as a cockatrice. So these three have to stay put in their spots. But pertaining to the classes of the last three creatures in the party changing, see, if I had the unicorn and I had the drake over here and over here, so their classes weren't affected, that would power up the Curse of the Swarm gem a little bit more, because over here, Curse of the Swarm gives a random debuff for each different class of creature fighting on your side. So how many classes of creature do I have here? It looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then that is death also. So the thing is that I put in the gimpiest cockatrice here because this one is doing his cockadoodle-doo. So, and that just gives a random cockatrice trait to this guy and this guy and this guy. And I'm not sure if these guys are counted as cockatrices either. But what I wanted to do was just use the absolute worst trait here for a cockatrice. And then because it was so obscure, I figured I would only be getting a good cockatrice trait. But if this is impacting Curse of the Swarm already, and he's got a scroll invested in him, and that's it. I'm going to go back to the codex here and see if there is a different trait that I should have in there instead. So that way I don't affect Curse of the Swarm, possibly, because the thing is, if I do randomly acquire this cockatrice trait instead, that's going to still wind up nerfing the Curse of the Swarm. So I'm just going to have to jump into the bestiary because I can't search by creature name here. So let's see. All right, and I don't have anything that's race-based for bonuses. Okay, so this again might possibly give me or might not give me blending in, which I really don't want in any case. I don't want a class change because I could be casting 4 debuffs with Curse of the Swarm instead of 2, because I'm going to lose a lot of spell power from that if even one of these cockatrices does get a random trait. So maybe this guy is the culprit. I don't know if I can really replace anything except if I put them both in. So this would be a worthless trait, but it would maintain the value of the Curse of the Swarm with 4 debuffs at a time, always, instead of 2. And then I don't want this guy doing his weird dance at the beginning and possibly getting that blending in trait and then strength in numbers. I mean, I could possibly have, 2 clawing cockatrices instead. There's no rule that says that I have to use a different cockatrice in those 3 spots. So so the carrion cockatrice is safe. This guy isn't. This guy's safe. I mean, he's safe too. Not safe. Not safe. So, there's a mini epiphany, the e-cigarette epiphany, and I'm not promoting e-cigarettes, by the way. They're just as cynical as regular cigarettes, traditional cigarettes. So just need some morning coffee. But let me get the notebook open and I'll just put remove blending. Or related cockatrice traits. All right. So there, it was kind of careless. Oh my goodness. Oh, just hit enter. Excuse me. Wow, the electric heat is coming on. I guess it's mandatory. I didn't want to really have it. So, doing that little deep dive here into cockatrice traits. That's a good thing. So, we'll be getting rid of Mr. Cold Cockatrice here. Again, I've got just one defense scroll in here. So it's not a big loss. And then I've got, Pacing Death's Trail. After an ally dies, this creature attacks 4 random enemies. And that's good with Ass Kicker, just boots enemies down the timeline. And then quad hits, when this creature attacks, it attacks a total of 4 times for 30% normal damage, has a 10% chance to kill the target for each time it deals critical damage. So, and let me just double check something, because I did check the relic here for Vitreous, and so this relic and its bearer have 3% more attack for each time it and this relic have attacked in the current battle. Ooh. So that means that if I'm using quad hits here and this guy is completely going crazy every time an ally dies, let me just check the creature's sheet here. So attack is up. Okay, so wow. Okay, so this may be why I had it. Let's see. So, yeah, with this guy attacking tons and tons of times, I mean, it's still good to have Ass Kicker available, because this is one additional attack for each enemy between the bearer and its target. But this build is really going to be killing enemies fast, so there's not going to be that much incentive for this creature that gets 4 attacks for every regular one that it usually has to get 1 extra attack. I want to be able to have this thing, when it goes crazy over allies dying, I want this to get huge increases in attack. So what I'll do is I'll swap out, and I know this is early, but it's something that I noticed for the traits, so I don't want it to just go by the wayside for the relic. Or actually, yeah, I could just put it in notes. I mean, it's up to you. If you like to make your changes, all by your notes, that's fine. You can be deliberate and just keep sending your team out to battle. But this is really a quick pair of changes. So what I'll do is I'll take Vitreous, put that here, and then I'll put Ass Kicker right over here. So, okay, and that's working with traits. So as you can see, every time it's attacked in battle, it deals 5% more damage. And after the bearer attacks, the relic attacks too. And then there's more stat gains from all sources each time that the relic has attacked in the current battle. And the thing is, I mean, if I'm getting this thing attacking like crazy at rank 30, I mean, this thing's going to be getting some sick stat boosts from all sources. And this will pertain to attack, which it's gaining at rank 40. So it says this relic and its bearer have 3% more attack for each time it and its relic have attacked in the current battle. I mean, this guy's going to go nuts when its allies die. And again, this is going to keep compounding at rank 30. So this is huge, really, regarding an increase in stat gain and attack gain here just from losing allies. And then at rank 50, the bearer deals 5% more damage with attacks for each time this relic has attacked in the current battle. I mean, if you're using Pacing Death's Trail, this is really going to get sick very quickly. I've used Vitreous before with Carnages, and it's really a sweet relic. Unfortunately, it's still at rank 50, but I'm going to go take a quick look at that. So let me go ahead and we'll get this on the way. Up that 2 times, get the attack bonus to start with to 5.5%. And that will carry through to everybody else because of synergy. So, yep, that's fine. Okay. And then at rank 60, if the bearer has attacked at least 5 times in the current battle, it and this relic always deal critical damage with attacks. Wow. So I'm going to just add that to the notebook. I'm going to put right here, grind stones, Vitreous. Okay, there we go. All right, because yeah, we want to get Vitreous to level 60 if this cockatrice is going to be dealing that kind of mad damage every time it uses Pacing Death's Trail. So that's a good combo that got discovered, again, just off checking this trait here. So, and then quad hits, gonna leave that, it's just mass attacks, and we got to get to the other creatures. So Outcast no longer, that's fine. That basically makes the races here all together cockatrices, so that does benefit Master of Cockatrices. So any creatures that don't survive the massive damage from Healing Breath and Blighted in general, any creatures that do survive are going to always have Confused. So hey, why not put your enemy to work too? So Outcast no longer is fine. Resurrection Code, after this creature dies, it has a 50% chance to resurrect its allies with 50% health. I just want all sorts of means to resurrect your party throughout. I mean, I've had a lot of times when it looked like I was dead for good. I couldn't use Requiem, whatever. I couldn't cast spells, and I didn't even have the Revelation anointment to give a 30% chance to resurrect, and resurrection code got me through. When this guy died last, he brought everybody back. So very awesome trait to have, so we'll keep that. And final excretion: after an enemy dies, this creature casts corpse explosion. So let me just go back to that creature sheet. So it is so it is a trade-off now, but now that I have Ass Kicker, let me go ahead and see what that does. All right, so this means that your creature is going to gain 20% speed at least every turn, because the relic will be attacking the bottommost enemy on the timeline. So you can afford to lower speed now for this guy, and then after its bearer attacks, this relic will attack the same target. So there's 2 speed increases right there. So yeah, that is going to mean this is going to be Speed City basically. So I'd like to still keep the trait here effective. So with Corpse Explosion being cast, going to need some intelligence, so I want to have both attack and intelligence untouched. And really, if this creature dies more often, it has a chance to resurrect things more often. So that's a good question. That's a good bit of health compared to some of these guys, especially the unicorn here. So I will get rid of speed to start with. So I'll do let's see. Because I'm just considering that Ass Kicker causes more attacks now at rank 80. So I'm seeing whether I want intelligence or attack up, and speed down. So let's see. Because there's going to be a lot of extra attacks that I can use after creatures die and all the corpse explosions get used up. So I'll do attack up and speed down, see how that goes with a field item. Attack up, speed down. Okay. There we go. All right. So again, sticking with traits, you can see that this does wind up being pretty interconnected with everything else that you got. So we're all good with him. Cock-a-doodle-doo. I want that out, so I've made notes for that. Sorry to see these guys go. They've been loyal, but kind of unhelpful, again, toward Curse of the Swarm, with possibly reducing the number of classes that you got in your team. So I got secret recipe. After this one gets resurrected, your other creatures are resurrected as well. So I'll be keeping that trait, not this creature. Master of Cockatrices, I'll be taking the artifact off. So yeah, what I was saying about trait 2 was that I'll be keeping the trait. I'll have to just find another slime and fuse it with a new cockatrice besides this one, besides this type of cockatrice. So, excuse me. Even I put me to sleep sometimes. So we got some bonus stuff off a spell gem, Sting Martyr. So this creature's attacks deal 125% more damage. That's where I was seeing that damage come in from. Ooh. After this creature attacks... Oh, I would have to have Bloodseeker attuned, not Vitreous, so... yeah. Alright. So yeah, I can't quite really max out my first cockatrice with this relic too, and Sting Martyr. Yeah, I don't want this creature getting all the way down to some kind of really awful punitive max health. Let me see what the art. I would lose my quad hits as well, unless I took the ornament out and then put that in here and took out the sparkling globe and put it out over here. So, I mean, that would be really sick to have Vitreous, etc. with this guy, but his maximum health would probably go down to 1. So maybe I could still count on this relic here. Because this guy's going to be giving out health to everybody with this relic, because it has leeching. When the bear is healed, it gains max health equal to 3% of the amount healed. Now, with Healing Breath on this side as well, and especially possibly shared by creature deaths due to the artifact here, torn between Scylla and Charybdis, it might be that max health might be not that much to worry about. So then again, we're going to have creatures that are going to be getting absolutely hammered on the enemy side. There's going to be a lot of creature deaths to start with. So this guy isn't really going to be hanging around that much to really lose his max health that much. So let me try that. I'm going to go spend a huge amount of brimstone, which I don't recommend at home, but we'll take out the Sparkling Globe 215. Actually, let me just see what that does first, just in case. Shoot, I think there we go, hit C. Oh, wow. Ooh, that's filthy, though. Whew, that's a lot of attack damage I would be giving up in exchange for an alleged... Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I would be kind of giving up a lot of extra attack. And the thing is that the attack itself is what compounds here with Vitreous. So, I mean, if I'm getting all that attack up to start with, I mean, I might be maxing out. So, let's see. That's a big speed bonus too. Yeah, these are all just a bunch of garbage additional traits, and that's not what I really want to do. But let me get back to traits and see what the final trait is. So I just dodged a bullet there. I think having a huge amount of attack to start with, stat-wise and attack damage-wise, will be better than something that hurts this creature so much just from Sting Martyr. So, I mean, if I could somehow keep an additional Netherstone in, that would be nice, but I think that would be redlining it, so. So we'll check. Oh, wow. Ooh. Okay, now we're talking, though. Oh, this is going to be an expensive experiment. Ooh. Oh, wow. So this afflicts the target with Feared as well. And as you can see, with Feared, where are you? Oh, feared creatures cannot gain stats. So, So that would lock things down. Widespread with all that damage going on. Because I really do need to prevent enemies from gaining stats. So this will work nicely with Curse of the Swarm if I get feared out of the way. And this will just keep on happening like every couple of attacks. So even if fear does fade. Wow. So if I've got 125% bonus and then 75% bonus, and things keep going up with Vitreous, and then again, creatures won't be able to gain stats. Just widespread. Let's give it a try. I mean, oh boy, I don't know if I can even do it. Let's see. Well, I can swap out other resources. So, okay, I'll take out Sparkling Globe with some prejudice, but here we go. And that's short for Master of Cockatrices, I promise. You just can't spell out cockatrice in here. So, Gleaming Ornament. I'm just kind of cringing a little bit, so. Okay, and it's not that it costs 1,000 to remove these, it's that it costs huge amounts to put them back in. Actually, not that huge, considering all the brimstone I now accumulate thanks to the Minotaur card. Whew. That would have sucked if I put back the same one as well. So there we go. So we'll see how that works. If the first cockatrice just winds up really flailing out at enemies. So again, we're still on traits, I promise. So these guys are all set. Reinvigoration, no-brainer to keep. After this creature attacks, it resurrects a random ally with 50% health. Definitely keeping that. And I've got extra attacks noted as needing to be done, so we'll just hold on to that relic. We discussed that earlier in another earlier part of the guide, and so this is also very good in and this looks completely bizarre, and this may bite you in the butt if your enemies prevent resurrection. But with Secret Recipe, after this creature is resurrected, your other creatures get resurrected as well. So very handy to just get your creatures resurrected here with 100% health, shake off debuffs here, and then this does not say the amount of health that your creatures are resurrected with, but with hopefully Covenant on them, which I do have somewhere, I thought. Ooh, is this it? Ooh. Oh, wow. Just noticed that. Okay, I think it's called Relight, actually. Wow. Okay, So it may be worth it to put a relight in. So again, I'll just add something like that to notes here. And let's see. There we go. So the one downside is that it will kill the caster. So if it already has Rebirth on there from Covenant, for example, geez, I'll have to update the notebook for that. Let me just double check what we have for spell gems here. Okay. So that's generous. So I can have somebody throw Relight, or I can just wind up casting, Relight and make that generous too. So, I can get some Covenants, put Rebirth on any creature that casts Relight, so that will come back immediately, maybe shake off some debuffs. I can maybe get rid of, I don't know, a second life orb if there's a duplicate, so we'll see. Or get rid of Requiem, which I really should be doing anyway because it's inferior and can be replaced here with the class swap. So, but again, getting back to traits, and as you can see, this is a deep cleaning of my team here, and I'm glad I found some extra things because I use this team forever. So we're keeping Terminus just to resurrect the Unicorn and keep it as a flagship healer for the rest of the guys here. Let me just make sure I do have Life Orb here. Good. Okay, and that is it for traits. You already saw a secret recipe so that when this guy does resurrect, that resurrects all your other creatures. So very nice safeguard to have there. Moving on to the Sapphire Drake, my love. Anyway, keeping Healing Breath, keeping Surprise to give that out at start of battle, and then keeping Improbable Catapult. Don't have any other spell gems to worry about, any other spell gem or Nether Stone traits rather, that will make it 5 like this guy now. So that's all the traits here, and then keeping the black for additional mending and leeching to start with, asceticism, protection for rebirths, which you saw are cast through relight and covenant. So keeping the trait 2 then, and very important to have repelling and shelled. We always have mending, so that's not as important. So it's that repelling and shelled again, and just give us all a fighting chance in a nasty fighting environment, which we still, as you can see, are going to pare down a little bit better, just to finish off after a lot of ass kicker activations anyway with this guy. Won't be quite as many, but really I want enemies to be able to take their turns and get killed from Healing Breath, so that's good that, this guy is not flailing out and sending everything to the bottom of the timeline. I want enemies to take their turns, so that will be good. I don't see this guy as a big attacker, so good. And awesome trait, Torn Between Scylla and Charybdis. After your creatures die, they grant a copy of their innate trait to your other creatures. Oh, and guess what? I turned off the Bloodseeker, the Blood Mage trait Death Rattle, which no longer allows resets of your creature's stats when they resurrect. But the thing is that Vitreous is going to still remember the number of times that this creature has attacked in battle, and I'm going to have the base boost of the traits here, Sting Martyr and Haunt. So that's going to be awesome because quad hits is going to lower normal damage, but Sting Martyr and Haunt are going to jack it back up. So yeah, I think this is going to be awesome. So that is it. And as for traits that are shared, we'll be getting rid of these. We'll get rid of blending in. Outcast no longer if it's shared, not helpful. Cock-a-doodle-doo, not helpful for sharing. However, this trait is awesome to share. On attack, resurrect a random ally with 50% health. With this guy attacking like crazy, yeah, we're going to be keeping creatures in business forever. It's going to be very difficult, I think, to kill this team now. And Healing Breath, of course, again. And then the black is not going to be a shareable trait that's worth it. So again, just these 2 traits for being shared. This will be sweet. Resurrect on attack, and then if you get 2 or 3 of these guys healing one of your creatures for 150% health, unless you got blighted. Oh, and we're playing Shadowbringer anyway. It's not going to harm us. So that is it. I mean, this next team fight is going to be awesome. I'm going to just do a random realm here, and I think we're going to see some nuclear style devastation. The traits haven't been changed around much, except through the relics, nether stones. So this is going to be savage. As soon as I run into any creatures like you. Oh, that's right too. I just realized there's a little bit of synergy here where the unicorn vivifier gets killed every turn. So every turn of its. So that means 4 attacks from this guy. So let me just throw a wormhole on if I have one. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Oh, wow. Yikes. Yeah, I noticed that. Okay. Alright, so we're basically just, again, watching all these enemies just die. Okay. So there we go. Corpse explosion seems to have been a little bit better in that case, with no intelligence penalty. Curse of the Swarm, as you can see, is hampered by having only 2 debuffs per creature. So I do urgently need to get the traits for these guys fine-tuned on the left. And I do have to just outright replace them ASAP. The defense scrolls that I got for them, they can be shrugged off. And there we go. All right. So yeah, this is, I think, going to be such overwhelming damage that life gains and losses for my first creature will be negligible. So just get right into this big pile of pixel trash, and yeah, I need to find a way to get Buddy Boy over. Oh, I do. Excuse me. Infernal Charge. Target attacks a random enemy for 200% normal damage. Let's see what we do for damage there. Oh, that was sick. That was sick. Wow. So, let me see. Let me check the battle history. Okay. So... Okay. So, let's see. Alright, so that wasn't blight damage that got inflicted, but, yeah, so it looks like the Cold Cockatrice attacked right after the Infernal Charge. Blight got taken, then, Cold Cockatrice took some damage from the realm, but 586,000? 886k damage. So that's almost 1 million damage off one attack, and now I've got additional damage being done every time because of Vitreous. So I'm gonna just wow. Yeah, I'm just making him the designated go-to guy for attacks now, so let's do that again. This is getting fun. Yeah, okay. Oof. Nice. And looks like my max health, while affected, isn't quite as bad as I thought it might be. So, let me just get back to brass tacks here and just fight some bonus monsters here. I really do want to field test that Infernal Charge. See how we are doing for damage dealing. Because basically I just need to have my left guy alive in order to deal that huge amount of damage. So I'm just about ready to turn this into a macro, because as you can see, ooh, somebody survived. Wow. Oof. Not cool. Alright, just gonna grab the treasure and run. Can't win them all, but certainly we can try here. Not liking that death at end of, or beginning of fight for that cockatrice, but again, we've got so much resurrection juice in this build here that it shouldn't be much of a worry. Again, Bloodseeker is really nice as soon as healing gets on something. That means shared health, so let me try something with... Oh, and here's more attacks. If I cast Death... Whoa. Wow. Yeah. So I just did Desperate Sacrifice, which got 4 attacks here out of the Cold Cockatrice. So, wow, that's going to be a huge way to get things going. So let's see what we did for damage. So there's one for 1.2 million. Looks like, oh wow, Malice Harpy just got totally beat. And there's a 10% critical chance to kill something as well. So, wow. Nice. Okay. Just a little... little more fun here. So I got, oops, I just need to do, again, another Desperate Sacrifice, which will drive my poor cockatrice crazy. Wow. Look at that. I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna do Desperate Sacrifice, I think, for the win. Jokingly, but I mean, who knows, against the false god, maybe. So, and don't worry, that little blue guy is still sticking around, I know. So, yeah, let's see. Nice. Oh, got a card. Oh, no kidding. Nether stones are 5% more powerful. Nice. Well, good. I'll just cast another Desperate Sacrifice and get 4 more attacks on. Now, I don't know if that was Blight that wiped out the chest here. So let's see how it died. Wow. So yeah, that's about 8 million almost. More like 7 million. Yeah, 7 million-ish. From one desperate sacrifice, so that's really sweet. You can fine-tune it a little bit, just only do an infernal charge. Oops. But I'm really liking all the bonuses here that accumulate. So between Corpse Explosion and Healing Breath and these new kamikaze attacks, I mean, you're not going to even have anything be able to put up much of a fight against you, which is something I've been hoping for. Just because even with the amount of damage that Blighted does deal, creatures still have to, they still have a fighting chance, so this will do just enough to really puncture a major hole in any remaining survivors here, so. And there's the chance for insta-kills too. So this is a great suppression team now. And wisps are my favorite to fight for that reason. Just because they're very disruptible, so I'm just throwing damage over like crazy. They got poisoned. Nobody's really going to be even able to make any kind of a comeback here. You can see that these guys are already knocked down to the bottom of the timeline just for that reason, so there's a whole bunch of cold cockatrice attacks right there. And it's pretty much turning into a one-man show before Blighted even kicks in. So I'll have Fryden do the old selfless sacrifice here. And don't know why I can't bring back my boy, but it's best to figure out what's going on here. I'm going to have to change things. For some reason, something is suppressing the creatures here from resurrecting, so just throw on a Holy Blast. And there, he's back, so that was probably a trait associated with the wisp that was suppressing things. So once that guy got knocked out, everything else was fine, so. All right. So yeah, as you can see, I'm just getting savage damage out from the cockatrice. So let me inspect his max health here. Still holding up okay. And then I probably should get Fury Swipes in just to get this guy attacking a little bit more. Twice. There, just dealt a little bit of damage to this guy to show how fragile they usually are. I mean, they do have some really awesome abilities, but their drawback really sucks. So, just going to do a desperate sacrifice. Can't resurrect my guy for whatever reason. I can't use a wormhole either, so. And as you can see, he survived the ghostly scimitar very, very easily. So that's that. Something in the realm or elsewhere may be suppressing resurrections. So there, just get that notification off. And we're almost out of here. Just got a few more, tiny places to go. Just need a treasure map, so I'll have to check my map to look for the treasure map, so that's odd. What? Oh. Oops. So I do have the treasure map on me. I think I did grab that early, so I didn't notice where the treasure map is, so I'll just wander around and pretend I'm stunned. Tempting, but I still have 3, so that's exciting. Where's that treasure? No fair calling it out in the comments. Yeah, my vision has been getting systematically destroyed by my job, so let's see. Dang it, where is that thing? On a purple background, it's not it. On a purple background with no glasses, I'm like, Well, this is a legitimate challenge now. Where the heck is it? I'm sure it's here. Oh. I got my brightness down. Where is this thing? Oh, man. Can you see what a joyful time sucker this thing is? Where is that thing, though? Oh, man. Come on now. Come on. I got stuff to do, guys. Is it here? Where the heck is it? Where is that flippin' X mark? It's not down here. Where the heck is that thing? I'm not running into a bug. I'm just in a purple background here looking for a red, whatchamacallit. Oh my gosh. What in the freak? Is it here now? Where the hell is that freaking stupid treasure map mark? It's not here. Come on. I mean, my vision isn't that bad, but you play video games for 40 years and you might have some issues too eventually. Where the freak is it? Dude, where's my treasure? Oh, man. What the flippin' Frank is going on, man? Where is my treasure? I want my treasure. What in the world? Am I going to have to turn my brightness up and spoil the fun? Meanwhile, you guys are probably at home shouting like the peanut gallery. It's over there. What the flippin' hell? No, that's not it. Come on, man. I'm having a blast looking. Oh, maybe it's behind one of these teleporters. Could that be it? Could that be it? Maybe. No. Where is that? I don't believe this. This is crazy. Here I am, like, talking about traits and things, and my downfall is a freaking treasure mark. Alright, guys, I don't give up easy, but come on. I got things to do today, man. Is it behind here? No? Where is that stinking treasure mark? I do have my brightness turned way down. I mean, you can't see it. You're just seeing some middle-aged guy flipping out about a treasure mark here. Is it behind here? Oop. Where the I mean, it has tangibility, so when you run into it, you'll be stopped. What in the world? What the heck? All right there, Jimmy Johnson. This is wild. I can't believe it. I didn't run into a programming error. I mean, because this thing is... I mean, I've seen some programming, and this thing just knocks everything off the charts. I mean, probably all the bug fixes and stuff that I've seen that could be done, performance issues, I would say, would be the best way to do it, really. All right, that's it, guys. I'm getting my brightness up. I can't. See? Look at that low brightness. But come on, man. Where is this? It's like... I mean, I'm going to see it if I have the brightness up. I promise you I'm not some goofy clown that can't see that bad yet. But, man, where the heck is it? It's not in this room. It's not down here. Where is it? Did I run into a genuine, sincere bug or no? Where is it? Wow. Wow, did I actually discover an actual... Wow. Unless it's behind the candle. Huh. Wow, holy moly, Siralim. Check it on the big map here. Where is it? I don't even see it. Wow. Wow. There's no X mark anywhere. Wow. Wow. This is rare, man. This is like the first time I've ever run into a serious bug like this. Unless it's over here. No. That's just me. Wow. There is literally no treasure map. There's no X to mark the spot. Wow. Wow. No way. Well, I guess I can Save and restart. Huh. Boy, that's weird. That's really weird. But, huh. Wow. Well, very interesting. Well, I demand satisfaction, so I don't care what I do or don't get for extra goodies. And it may have a cumulative effect on my permanent record, but hey, I'm already winning at Realm Instability 5 all the time. Yeah, wow. Bummer. So hopefully I got the treasure and stuff saved from there. Killed a creature master there, I hope. But I suppose if you really did want to cheese things out, you could go ahead and fight creature masters and then save, and then go through the same dungeon again and again and fight creature masters as you need. So I'm going to demonstrate Curse of the Swarm, though. You can see that it's kind of weak. I've only got 2 debuffs being cast twice instead of 4, so let me just check and make sure that my creature artifacts are set as they should be, so that's good. I see the 515 gem is over there, so anything else I'm glad is still saved anyway. I would have cried if I had wound up losing all those notes and things. So let me see if stuff is in the notebook too. Not the notebook. But relight, yeah, okay. So that's as far as I got. Grindstones, Vitreous, and okay, so yeah, you're gonna see a big boost when I give 2 of those cockatrice the boot. So there you go. I don't care about your chemistry right now. I'm just trying to get rid of stuff and get out of here. Ooh, oh, it's Riddleville. I know it was chaos. I really did. Honest to goodness, I was about to say it in the video, but easy, and super easy. So anyway, I know it was mutated, and I was like, oh, careful, that's something crazy from another class than death, but this is how the game catches you. So it's like being a man. If you don't listen 100% to somebody saying something to you, you get in bad trouble. So all right, not even gonna bother with the macro and stuff. I'll just cast Desperate Sacrifice and see if that does bring back the cockatrice from the dead. And there we go. It does. So I might be a little bit worried about creatures dying too much. But for the most part, unless enemies prevent resurrection, and in that case, just kill them first to knock their trait out of battle, you shouldn't have much to worry about. So going to go kill a rebel. This looks like, that's really my favorite mini quest. It's like, hey, just look for a little tiny villager NPC and then just have at it with all your hundreds of hours of fighting might. And there's a slime I'm about to run into, so boy, that was crazy though. I mean, can you believe that this game actually had a serious bug, like the first one that I've seen in 1,000 hours, and it's not even that serious. I mean, these guys must play test with the entire, coast of Tanzania or whatever, because, I mean, this just winds up being so stable. I think only crashed out of a fight maybe once when I had like 28 other apps open. So yeah, I mean, look at this, it's all smooth as silk here. And that's the great thing about using a 2D tile set to navigate instead of all this 3D garbage that will completely kill your battery within a matter of minutes. I loved playing Bloons, but I got to the point where there was so much crap on the screen and my device got overwhelmed. It was a fairly new one at the time. And I was like, no, I'm not having this poor battery wind up dealing with a CPU that is just not, I mean, that's just rendering all this garbage time after time after time. And it's like, forget that, man. So there we go. Desperate sacrifice for the win there. And, enemies resurrect after a short amount of time, huh? The devil, you say. I mean, after all said and done, I'm going to have 2 enemies left, I believe, that will be surviving. Oh, wow. Maybe. Nice. I was going to say the Undying Chimera. So these 1 or 2 creature deaths that are coming out of the cockatrice attacking as it does are proving to be extremely helpful in disrupting the enemy team. I've run into some pushback before from them, but as you can see, they're just not in any shape to really do anything besides check their own statuses. They're just really knocked out for the most part. So hopefully this rebel isn't hiding too, where so I've gone way over on this video. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you realized it was just fluff on the cake, or frosting on the cake, or whatever. Dandruff in the comb, I don't know. Mixing metaphors, I got bronchitis. No help from the smokers downstairs that I'm getting their food for. So there we are with that. And pretty much an auto kill. Didn't even have to do anything. So Curse of the Swarm would be much more awesome if I actually had varying classes. So as you can see, the class changes did happen. So I got 3 death creatures at the end of the team. So big no-no with Curse of the Swarm, just saying. So actually, I'll just use our macro for Curse of the Swarm. That'll be fine too. So being able to reach the bottom of the timeline with Ass Kicker is pretty handy too. So I suspect that's why when I see two creatures down at the bottom of the timeline awaiting a massive explosion of healing from healing breath, I think that is what happens. That Ass Kicker just goes after him. Let me check the exact wording here for Ass Kicker here. All right, and so you can see the button switched here for viewing these abilities versus when you're in the overworld. So let's see. Okay. Alright, so at the start of the bear's turn, this relic attacks the bottommost enemy on the timeline. That's what happens. Okay. Okay, so I see what happens. So this thing is attacking one additional time, attacking the bottom of the timeline enemy for each enemy between the bearer and its target. So that means that a lot of times the bottom creature just gets killed. Listen to that as you like. I've just got stuff to do, so I'm trying to find that rebel and get on my way. So where are you? I'm skipping that portal just in protest. There he is. All right. Nope, nobody's taking Abbeville out now. So there we go. We do a pretty good job of removing a lot of stuff even before it has a chance to attack. So there we are. Knocked out again. Okay, that's enough to send me home. Oops, is that a portal? Haha, oh, my mistake. So, there, we're probably getting another 5-second literal fight out of this video. So, there, some easy XP to compensate me for my troubles here. So, let's see. Nothing much worth grabbing here yet, so see you guys later. So that has been my goofy treasure chest chase. That has been my super short trait check video.